What's good, everyone? I'm just going to bring you a quick video, my first bot video, about how to do tier 8 delves on low eye level characters or fresh alts or anything like that. The caveat to it is that you need a healing spec for this to work, because you're going to use Brand's tanking spec, and it seems to do a lot of damage, probably more than it should, because it makes these quite easy. You want to make sure that Bran is obviously in his tanking spec. There we go, combining supplies. So as you can see, he's in tank. I don't have very many of these unlocked, so I don't know if any of these make a big difference or not, but in my opinion it doesn't really matter at the moment. Great, I've got no objectives showing up here. That's very nice. You don't have to be too careful. Once you pull an elite, the elites are very scary. They do a lot of damage, and it's quite difficult to keep Bran alive. Just gonna dispel that. Pop a CD, and you just keep Bran alive. And any overhealing that you do does damage. So the more healing that you do to him, the better. So if he's full, so obviously druids are probably the best for this. But I think you can do it on any of them, and it doesn't really matter. He's just dealing with this, no problem at all. It's very handy because I've just returned for Season 2. I've not played since probably the second week or third week of Pass in Season 1, which is my favourite thing to do in World of Warcraft. Soothe that enrage there. Okay. It's really annoying actually not having that. Especially because I can't remember how to do these because it's been so long. Okay, I need 12 of these. Okay, let's do some pulling. 12. Okay. Let's pull some more. Do I need that? Threat eliminated. Probably can do without getting that. Or they just not deal with the elite where I can. Slows the run down a lot. But this is really clutch. It's been such a revelation. I was trying to do it as balance, and it was not happening. I consider myself an okay WoW player, but trying to do these tier 8s as any DPS was really rough with such low eye level. The recommended for it is like 640. But yeah, I'm nowhere near that. So, do I really need to do that? I'm gonna try and skip that. Really slows it down. There's an elite in the pack. Let's pull these, pull that, hop myself, hop Brand, drop that, and I've probably never healed before, so there's not really a skill involved in this. You just make sure he doesn't die. You do the basic hotkeys, get your spells on the bar, you know, soothing rages, dispel, anything that you can dispel, and you just keep him alive, and he just goes to town. Check him out. So yeah, a little bit about me, guys, if you've made it this long. I've been playing World of Warcraft for probably 20 years at this point. I'm in my late 20s, and I've been playing it since TBC launch when I was a very small kid, and the game was a bit of a revelation. It changed my life entirely. I was locked in every waking moment. I wanted to play World of Warcraft, and that's what I did. For many years, many years, between playing Call of Duty and a little bit of FIFA because I'm from the UK. World of Warcraft consumed all of my free time. I just couldn't get enough of the game. I'm sure that, you know, lots of people share a similar story, but yeah, I was mainly a PvE kind of player. I liked doing the raids, I liked gearing. I played a hunter, of course, you know. Cool pet, had a tiger that I took with me, and I still have the tiger and the character 20 years later. I'm losing train of thought here, because he's dying. Don't die on me, Bran. Don't stay out with the stuff on the floor, mate. Come on. Even the AI stands in stuff. Okay, good to see. How many more of these do I need? A lot more. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I played and I raided through pretty much the entire time that I've played World of Warcraft. I did Um, the highest level difficulty that you could in Wrath. What I had to give a fake story. My mic was broke. Yes, I'm 18, but can't prove that I'm 18. I mean, the internet was a different place back then. You had to be 18 to raid, and no kids. I'm sitting there. I'm like 11 years old. Like, yeah, I'm 21, mate. Sure. Yeah. How old do I need to be? 20? Yeah. I'm 21. Just trust me. I'm 20. But as long as I wasn't griefing, I wasn't dying, I wasn't wiping everybody, then nobody really asked too many questions. Did the DPS, did the mechanics. Everything was a bit less elite back then. We got it done. But I played at the highest level for PvE for many years until Mythic came out. And once Mythic came out, the time investment just got so crazy. By that point, I'd figured out League of Legends was a thing, and that was sucking up a lot of my time. And between being a teenager and wanting to go out and spend time with my friends, plus playing things like Call of Duty that was out every year, and I was playing game battles and trying to take Call of Duty a bit more seriously than just playing random games with my friends. I didn't have a lot of time to just commit like 3 or 4 nights a week to doing Mythic, and so I fell into a pug mentality. I just pugged everything pretty much for the longest time, and I would get max geared from pugs doing heroic, and I'd struggle bus it along in the LFG system for as long as I could stand it, and then I'd stop playing till the next patch or the next tier or the next come back and play WoW moment would happen, and I'd always come back. I probably played more World of Warcraft than I'd care to think. I'm not gonna pull 2 elites here. That is definitely a recipe for disaster. You have to be careful not to pull 2 elites when you're doing this. If you pull 2 elites, you probably just wipe. So yeah, care not to do that. Gonna soothe that. Yeah, you do have to be kind of locked in when you do this. Okay, that looks good to me. So yeah, I struggle bust it along after Mythic came out, and I took World of Warcraft a little bit less seriously, but I still like to clear the raids on heroic every single tier, and I'd come back and I'd dabble at PvP, and I just loved WoW. Like, I think everybody, it's cliche that you never quit WoW, but you really never quit WoW. I'm late 20s now, and I'm still here every season. I'm back. Doesn't matter what else I'm playing. I'm always back playing WoW every season, every expansion, every season. It's like clockwork. Count on it. I'm playing WoW. But since when Mythic Plus came out, that was a big revelation for me. Once Mythic Plus came out, it like gave me something to play all of the time, and it was a big revelation in how I played World of Warcraft. And for the longest time, I just couldn't get no momentum going in the LFG. So I played it, and it was very, very elitist. Like, I think most people would understand if you've had any experience trying to do M plus or raids. It was rough for the first couple of expansions that M plus was in. You'd have to have cleared all the 10s to be invited to a 6, like classic ridiculousness. Can't get in a 5 unless you've done, you've got IO that was, you had to clear all 8s to get. It's just crazy talk. It's the same all the time, but I had a friend that had done all the 10s and got Keystone Hero back probably 3 expansions ago. My memory of the names of the expansions is not the best, but not last expansion, but the one previous. He had done them all and had got Keystone Master. BFA, I think. Post Legion, BFA, I'm sure it's that, but he'd done it, and he'd managed to get me invited into a group, and he'd ran me with Keystone Master. So I must admit, my first one I did get, carried into invites with my friend that did have enough IO to get invited to the 10 runs. But once I'd got the coveted Keystone Master, the infamous, and I knew I was good enough to get it. I just couldn't get invited into the groups. And people say post your own keys, but you spend hours and hours and hours and hours in the queue with your own key, and then there's one wipe and people just insta leave. I just had no success with it. But once I'd done it with my friend and I got my first Keystone Master, I was unshackled. Every season since, I've got at least Keystone Master, and I think the next season after that, like last expansion, I'd got a few Keystone Heroes, and it's at the point now where I can just get a Keystone Hero if I want to. Admittedly, playing at the start of the expansion, or the start of a season is a big deal. Like, the longer you leave it, the harder it is to do, because people are still mega elitist about what you've got, what IOs you've done, and it's still lame in that aspect, but it is doable. And I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do on this druid. So every season I usually play, every like run I do to Keystone Master or Keystone Hero, if I'm enjoying the season, I do on a different character every time. I'm a warrior / hunter / warlock main. They're the three that I usually play if I'm just playing for fun. But if I'm doing a run, I like to do something new. So I've played pretty much most of the classes and specs to Keystone Master or Keystone Hero over the years. With this guy, that's what. I've lost my train of thought. Let me regroup myself. The plan for this season is to take this druid from 0, so 0 rating, all the way to Keystone Master, hopefully. The dungeons aren't great, but I do have an advantage that the season, the season that Theatre of Pain was a thing, was the season that I think I got Keystone Hero. So I've got a fair amount of experience in those dungeons. Oh, this guy's doing a lot of damage. So I'd like to get this guy to Keystone Hero, and I'm going to try and record my journey in a similar fashion to this. I'm sure I'm going to get better as I go along. And I'm just going to do a live commentary. So this has been a bit boring, where I'm just letting this guy do the tank and I'm staring at his HP, making sure he's full HP. So that's been a bit lame. But for my video series, I'm kind of... I see myself doing, commentary, walking you guys through the dungeons, what I'm thinking about the packs, what I'm thinking about the pulls, where I'm spending my CDs, like a true live commentary of my runs, basically from 0 all the way to as high as I can go. I'd love to get one of the seasonal top 0.1% titles, but I think I'm good enough to do it. But I don't have any circle of friends that play, and realistically I'm probably coping. Like, the difference between getting Keystone Hero and the highest level is it's crazy. I'm not delusional, but I'd like to set the goal of getting one at some point. The only downside to that is I'd probably have to find a dedicated group to play with, and I kind of like just running it in LFG. Call me crazy, but I like to just get on and play when I want to play, and I play hard when I come on. I don't really like having organised get on and play at this time, because perhaps I want to play something else that day. Like I play in a League of Legends league, do some other things. So as you can see, guys, this has been pretty boring. It's been very easy, and I think you should all get on this if you're looking for it. Yeah, gonna go collect my spoils for my hard work there. Oh, what's that? Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, clean. I'll take that. So yeah, I plan to do a bit of a 0 to hero kind of thing. LFG only. Obviously, I've got no score this season. Well, it says I've got 700. No, it's from last season. So I've got 700. I'll see if I can disable it, and we'll do a 0 to hero this season with balance druid, not as a healer. I'll do it as balance, and I'll take you with me, hopefully every step of the way. I won't do every single dungeon, but maybe as we've got brackets, maybe as we've got the difficulty, if anything interesting happens, I'll bring you along with me. If there's anything that anybody wants to see, I can make, try and make an exception and try and give me a direction into what people would like to see. That would be great. But yeah, that's the goal. 0 to hero, 3k at least, 3k IO at least, as balance, LFG only, with a commentary talk over, walking you through a live com. That's what my goal is for this season, and hopefully you all get to know me a bit better as we go, and I get better at talking into this mic, which I'm sure I will. I'm usually a talkative person, and I'm pretty good at using the mental stack to talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing something. So I think I can bring some people some cool information, and next season we'll play something else. But yeah, that's been it, guys. This has been how you do it. Hopefully everyone has a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.